Hey you, are you lonely? Do you feel like you're getting lonelier each and every day? Hey, that's completely understandable. I get you. Being lonely is actually kind of the new norm right now, and especially if you're one of those aspiring young students in college or wherever you may be, you're probably like depressed or something. Just throwing it out there, just a wild guess. But that's kind of the new norm right now. In fact, a journal of pharmacy survey of over 500 students has confirmed that a large majority of college students actually think that their life is dramatically affected by COVID, and that one of those biggest fears is, in fact, loneliness. Dating apps, though, they can be used to fight that loneliness, and personally, it's really helped me a lot. Hopefully, I can convince you to get the apps through my own story. Also, I'll be telling you about how you could get lucky, But I will have to note later how this app thing may not be it for everyone. These dating apps are best seen as a process of trial and error. That's exactly what happened when it came to me, okay? Let me take you through it. Now, like I said, I didn't get too many matches when I started off, and it stayed like that for a while. But eventually, I learned to change up my photos, change up my prompts on Hinge, and become more talkative and express myself more. Because at the time, I was just kind of following what other people did, and that wasn't really helping me. But as soon as leaned into my more talkative side, and I got some more likes, and it was very nice to see that improvement. It was nice to learn that wow, I can become presentable and more attractive. It's just a matter of learning which part of you is actually that special. I learned more about how to view other people and really engage with someone and find out more about their life and learn to be interested, not seeing other people as some sort of hindrance, even if my level of success will not reach the height of a woman, for example, because they get so many likes, you have no idea. But even if it won't reach that high peak, I still love what I did. And I learned more about myself and more about other people. But how will I really find improvement in my life if there's no one to match with? That's the idea that a lot of people have when it comes to these dating apps. They think, will I really have enough matches? Are there enough people out there for me? Will someone really want to go long term in online dating? Yeah, duh. In fact, this is the best time to do it, thanks to the whole pandemic that's happening. According to a Hill article, it states that 44% of users on on Hinge actually went on video dates, and after going on those video dates, 66% of them still talked after it. What I'm talking about is this new feature, video chats, and I think it's a great implementation to help with this whole quarantine dating style. It's really great because it's not just some sort of substitution for dating, but it could also serve as its own replacement of texting. Or you could just simply go on a video call if you're unsure if you want to go on a date in the first place. It's a great test to see if you guys really have a connection. They even added this new feature after I wrote the script about preferences, and there's even one about long-term relationships, short-term, everything like that. You have your own customizable settings for who you want to find. If you don't like something that me or the app presents you, change it up. It's that simple, really. It has to be said though that these dating apps can really be tough, and it may be a lot for you to take in. There's a lot of psychological effects and negative aspects to these apps that can come about. I was studying to do my research, trying to find the positives in dating apps, and it seems that everything was just talking about or the new influx of catfishing and meeting strangers online being dangerous to your health and well-being and everything like that. An article by Sexuality and Culture, it believes that these dating apps have a problem in which they kind of create this romantic narrative, And it does it a lot where basically each match or person that you talk to basically creates this whole image in your head of love and romance. And it could be very disappointing when it doesn't work out, which might happen a lot. Eventually, it makes you think that you're not special enough or that not having the one makes your life less complete. You know, there's some situations in which you might not be ready for love yet. If you're still trying to get over, for example, previous romances. For some people, it may help to, you know, find new people. But for some other people, it might make you, if something goes wrong, you might just be like, oh, they're not the one. X person is the one. But what the articles that I've read are basically trying to say to you is that if you're stable, I guess you could say. You could try out dating apps, but if you have certain gripes when it comes to romance or issues that you haven't really worked out when it comes to loneliness or just relationships in general, it could lead to worsening your problem. Also, my personal recommendation, it's not good for some people who are already social or romantically active, you know. If you're extroverted in general and you don't really need a dating app, you know, you could find people online, but really in person might be a better way of finding romance in your life. Also, I would have to say people who are in high school, college, anything like that, maybe even a workplace, depending on who you are. Overall, it's best to just evaluate yourself. Just consider if love is very much a priority in your life. If you're happy, why try to change that, you know? No need for any extra variables or anything like that. Overall, even though I've looked at the dangers that these articles have presented, I would still recommend getting a dating app. And like I said, I don't regret it in the first place. Now, what you have to do, I think, is just try to see what dating apps really do for you. If they got matches and you were successful, quote unquote, and you know, if you didn't get as much matches as you like and you were quote unquote unsuccessful. I'm doing the quotes. Can you tell why? Because, well, that's what people think success is. While I was happy and super proud that I got some likes, I didn't necessarily go in there just because I knew, oh, I'm gonna get this many likes and find someone. No. I went because I knew no matter what happened, I would learn from it. If I got success, well, then I learned more about what I like and who I like. More importantly, what about me is so special? And I think a lot of times people just kind of follow this formula. But yeah, they do that because they think that that's the formula, you know? That's the thing that gets everyone that gets all the likes and everything like that. But you want to go into this being personalized. You want to learn more about what makes you so special. Because ultimately, in the end, I hope you realize you are special. I think everyone needs to know that you are loved. Okay? You really are. And sometimes the problem is there's no one to give it to us. Some people do and simply don't decide to show it, and maybe we're just not in a position to. Stuck at home. If whether you decide to get this app or not, I just hope you realize that you're your biggest priority. Okay? No matter if other people on the app see it in you or not. So go out there, show your best side, and I wish you the best of luck.